You ever see a shadow out of the corner of your eye? Have you ever had that feeling that something or someone is watching you? Do you ask yourself why these spirits are here? What do they want? Are they lost? Or are they trapped? I'm Ryan, and I run a paranormal group called Nuclear Soul Seekers. These are just some of the questions we ask when we do an investigation. We just don't try to get evidence of the paranormal. We try to get answers.
Where's the lady from upstairs one keeping you here?
You're listening to Trapped Souls.
Hi, welcome to Trap Soul. Sorry about that. I laugh about that every time. So I'm here with Erin, my co-host.
Hello.
And one of our special guests. Many nicknames. Screaming Sarah. Air Sarah.
Sarah Air.
Sarah Air.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's part of our, as you can tell, she's part of one of our groups, Nuclear Soul Seekers. Again, you can always contact us on Facebook, Nuclear Soul Seekers, or email trapsouls0@gmail.com. I messed it up last podcast. It's not 00, it's just 10. My bad. We're going to get into it. Fairfield County. It was good. Cool place to go visit. Erin, what were your thoughts on it?
It was interesting. There was a lot of things to take in. It was kind of a hodgepodge of everything. There are a couple of times that things did not feel right, or you could tell you weren't alone while you were in there. Places like the boiler room with the flies. That was weird because there was no other flies anywhere in that place.
And it stunk.
Yeah. Yes.
It smelled a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into the places as we go through Fairfield. Sarah, what was your take on Fairfield compared to Madison?
Compared to Madison, it was easy. I mean, Madison, I don't know. Madison was pretty bad. Like, I don't know if it was my first time or what, but Madison was pretty bad. Fairfield, there was only two spots, really, that really hit anything, that really, you felt weird. It felt uncomfortable the entire time. Nothing really, touched with you, messed with you, anything, the way that it did at the seminary. So it was fairly easy, I'd say, for my second little go-around.
You didn't tear anything this time.
Yeah, I didn't get hurt.
No,
so.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't get into that last time. So, but yeah, I think the guys at Fairfield was pretty mellow.
Yeah.
The girls seemed to get a lot more action than the guys did there. I got maybe one feeling the whole time. Again, cool place to visit.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be different any night. So that's what we're going to go with right now. We're going to get into the jail cell when we went up there the first time. And the whole group was up there. We set a REM pod off in the middle where the jail cell closed at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And we were trying to get it to open. And nothing was really going on. I mean, no one's really getting any feelings. We're talking, asking questions. REM pod was going on.
I told you to open it because I said, "What if there's whatever's there? Somebody was afraid to come out. Something."
Yeah.
I told you to open it, and as soon as you opened it.
So we were asking questions.
If you could see Sarah right now, just panicking, just reliving that.
It was within 10 seconds of that door opening. That bitch was screaming.
Yeah. So we're going to get to that part. But anyways, we're asking questions. Even on the EVPs, I did not get anything out there. We did get one thing. Again, I like to play games. It's what I do. And we'll get right into that as soon as I do this again. All right, so we'll get in that. Let you guys listen to this. Well, let's play a game. I'm going to mention names. If you open the door a little bit, that person will go sit in the jail cell if you think they belong there. We'll start with me, Ryan. Erin. Craig. Sarah. Tegan. Sean.
Lane. I will play it one more time. You'll hear Craig coming right after I mention Craig's name. We'll play the short version. Well, let's play a game. I'm going to mention names. If you open the door a little bit, that person will go sit in the jail cell if you think they belong there. We'll start with me, Ryan. Erin. Craig.
So you heard his name right after.
Mm-hmm.
That was caught on the EVP and actually on camera.
Yeah.
Off my GoPro. So it was there, but we didn't hear it when it happened. Honestly, Craig probably thought it would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Most people would have left.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that part right now. So.
Oh, damn, I know what you're going to say.
So we
I
talked.
ran right out of that room, too.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
So we're in the hallway. Nothing was happening. We're like, we're going to wrap this up. We'll backtrack a little bit. Like Sarah said, we wanted a lot of the shows out there have the door closed or open and it closes. So we decided to change that up.
Mm-hmm.
So we asked Sean, go ahead and open that door. He opened that door. 5 seconds later, REM pod goes off. No one's near it. I mean, if you have a REM pod, you got to be within like 3 or 4 inches of that thing to go off.
So do you want us to open the door and you can shut it? Open the door.
Maybe they're afraid to open it.
You're free. Hey, whoever's in there came out.
Hey guys. Can you shut the door now?
I ain't going back in there.
Okay.
And I was like, whoa, okay. Nothing really happened. We asked more questions. Nothing happened. We're about to leave. People were getting up, walking out. I was going to get the REM pod. I'm about 10 feet from it. And I just asked if they wanted Sarah to stay. Like, and the thing just goes off. And I was like, hey, Sarah, stay. I turn around, Sarah's running down the hallway.
Yeah, I was gone. I was insane. No
She was
way.
like, no, not me. So, I mean, we had to scare Sarah to those names too.
It scares her.
I think Sarah's the best one, though.
Yeah, that's the original one.
And that's a legendary moment right there.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, we captured it in the beginning of our podcast.
But that hallway, I mean, everybody has stuff through shows, and you look at everybody else that does this, and they get a lot of stuff there. And we just didn't get much, a couple REM pods. Then we decided to split up a little bit. We will talk about your guys's. I think it was you, Tegan, Lane, and
Sean. Yeah.
In the boiler room?
No.
They were solo.
Yeah, we were in
solo.
the room we were in was supposedly where it was a little girl's room, and Sean had asked the guy that was doing the tours, give me a couple of them. I'm not going to say anything, and then tell me the hot spots. So he said, let's go in there.
Right off the entrance.
Yeah. So he's like, let's go in there. And I said, okay. So it was like, again, it was me, Tegan, Lane, and Sean, and we all went in there, and that was interesting in there.
Yeah, it was interesting. So we were doing was it Estes method?
Yeah. And it was Tegan that was doing
Tegan.
it.
My daughter likes doing Estes method for some reason. But she volunteers for it. She does it. And no EVPs or anything here, but it was interesting. I think this is the first time we did the Estes one. And I'll just play that. I think it's a minute long, so just listen to it.
You're starting at 21:55. Again, there's Sean, Lane, Erin, and Tegan. Is there anybody in the room with us?
Is there somebody in the doorway?
Are you a woman?
Yes. Hello?
Hello?
What is your name?
Do you work here? Stop.
Are men allowed in this room?
Was this your room? Yes.
Can you tell us your name?
How did you die? Stabbed.
Why are you sad?
Why do you want us to stop?
Are you scared of someone here? Flashlights?
Do you see the flashlights coming down the hall?
Over there.
Oh my God.
Do you see who's walking down the hall?
How many people are walking down the hall?
6.
Yeah.
So you hear my daughter answering the questions, and that whole scenario was when the flashlights were coming, it was me, Bert, and another person, Sarah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I found you coming up from downstairs. And if you guys ever did an SS method, it's the spirit box with headphones, with noise canceling headphones, and a blindfold.
Mm-hmm.
So the person listening to that does not hear any questions. So it's kind of interesting how they line up. And when she said flashlights,
It literally was when the flashlight hit the doorway.
yeah.
Yeah.
So she doesn't see any of that. She just, whatever's coming through the spirit box, she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So SS method actually worked pretty well
Mm-hmm.
during this investigation. It's the first time we've used it. I said, like last time I used spirit box 3 or 4 times before. I was about to give up on it till Madison. Then all of a sudden it's like, bam, we get a lot of stuff. So spirit box does work. Any other SS method that you want to talk about?
I mean, there was when we were up in the jail cell, and at one point, because again, like you said, you can't hear anything.
Is this one with Sarah?
Uh,
I know at one point it was like Sarah. I think it was either you or Lane.
it was Lane that kept saying Sarah.
So it kept
to
saying
you.
Sarah, Sarah, and then it said flashlight, flashlight, and I had my flashlight on, and then it was like turn off, turn my flashlight off, change the topic.
Well,
And there was
it kept
nothing.
telling us to get out.
Well, no, it was
remember?
telling Sean to get out.
Oh, because he was
Sean
standing.
across the
Yeah.
room, like trying to piss it off. Because Lane was yelling at Sean, like, get out. And Sean was like, no.
Yeah. And
then he came out and then tried to go back in.
and that's when it kept saying
And then
that.
it
Yeah.
was like, didn't I tell you to stop? Didn't I tell you to get out?
Yeah.
Before we get in there, let's talk about the boiler room real quick because there's stuff that goes on
Yeah.
with that before Sarah wants to kill me. So let's
I
talk.
already know you told it to come get me, so.
So let's talk about the morgue. Okay, we were in the morgue.
Yeah. It was dead.
Yeah,
No pun intended.
it was dead. I mean, it was not much. My daughter did the SS method again, laying on one of the beds in there, the only bed in there.
Oh, she was on the autopsy table. Let's
Yeah.
call it for what it is.
Yeah, it's autopsy table. Nothing really happened in there. Pool place, again, nothing happened. We tried the doctor's room, not much going on in there. You guys had some experiences in a boiler room.
Mm-hmm.
So what were those? Because I wasn't down there.
It kept telling us to go because it was like a jail cell, if you will, is the best way to describe it. But it kept telling people to go in there, and it was a really, the way that it was coming across was, no, come on, you can come in here. It was really creepy, and it was so heavy in that room. The atmosphere was so heavy, and that's what I was saying earlier about the flies being in there. It smelled like death. There were flies everywhere, and it made no sense for that to happen. There was nothing in there for that.
Yeah, after you guys got done that, we met up in our ready room, and you told us to come down.
Yeah.
The guys.
Well, it was very, like, Sean, I don't know if it didn't like Mail or didn't like him, because he was very, like, direct and stern, but it did not like him.
No.
And Lane, so she had the rods, and
Yeah.
it started pointing towards a sliding door that was behind me.
Yeah.
And then it started talking to, I don't know what led up to it, but somehow Sean started saying, like, touch me, come do something to me. So it was Erin, Tegan, Sean, and then me at an angle. When Lane was talking, it was saying that, like, the rods kept pointing probably, like, a little bit to my right.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
when Sean started to, like, touch me, come mess with me, like, you know when someone, like, kind of, like, rocks your chair, like, rocks the table a little bit? My chair started to do that, and I didn't say anything. Then Sean then got up and went into the boiler room that was fenced in, like, gated in or whatever, and it stopped. I got up and moved next to her and didn't say anything. Tegan sat in that seat, and then nothing happened. So I think that whatever it was pushing on the chair, actually trying to get to Sean, because that's when Sean was, like, antagonizing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys told us to go down there after.
Well, yeah, because Brian came down. And who was Brian?
Yeah,
was with
Brian.
somebody. Brian came down, remember? And then it started.
Bird,
Yeah.
It was Brian and maybe Bird.
Yeah,
Yes.
Bird.
Oh, yeah.
And it instantly, like, changed how it was interacting with us. And it wanted the males to go into that cage. And, like, we'd ask if they wanted the males to go in there. And the rods would cross. So then Brian and Bird went in there with Sean. And then everything was, like, calm and Cody did not care. Whatever was down there did not care about us females. But it did not like the males.
It did not like the guys. No.
Yeah, so it didn't mind us down there. Like, we got no feelings, no nothing down there. I don't know, maybe because Sean was more direct. I'm pretty direct, too.
Yeah.
You got nothing down there. But when we were in a boiler room, you guys went up to the jail cell, did your guys' stuff. I did tell, take the blame for it, to mess with you.
You told me that, yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to play a little clip. So we're going to set this up. This was before Sarah got there. Sarah, Brian, and Bird came a little later. They had to work, so they came a little later, and I give them a lot of credit because they worked all day, came to investigation all night. So we're going to set this up. This might be the last time you hear from me. It's actually called Sarah's Revenge on my thing, so I don't know why you called it that.
Jeez.
Well, that was not that big. Okay, so before I get into this, there's a reason why I did this, and I will explain it after I said. Before Sarah gives her input, hopefully, I will explain the reason why I did this.
Hi, this is Craig and I in the jail cell room. So we're going to do a little experiment here. Talking to the superintendent. If you're in here, there's a device in the hallway. You can hit that, let us know. If not, we're going to talk to you anyways. Me personally, I respect you. I know you run this place here. This is your place. They did offer me the job. I turned it down. But Sarah, she'll be coming here later. She took it. Sorry, dude, you're out. And, you know, if you don't want to leave, let her know. You can do anything to let her know that it's your job, not hers. But she says she's taking it from you. I don't know. It's up to you, man. Me and Craig want nothing to do with it. Sarah, she's all about it. She goes by Sunshine also, too. So just let you know that she's here to take her job.
Okay, before
So you purposely told her to mess with me?
No. Okay, so the main reason I did this is it was an experiment, and I had to pick someone. I just picked you, Sarah. Sorry.
Well, it worked.
It worked.
Yeah, it did.
But I mean, the main reason is because we're called Trap Souls. That's the podcast, and there's always one entity, and I wanted to kind of see if there was just one entity. Mm-hmm. So if it was a superintendent and he's in charge, I wanted to let him know that, okay, there's someone coming taking her job, to see what he would do.
You saw what he did.
I'm sitting in between the two of them.
Kind of all makes sense at this point.
Yeah, I mean. There you go.
How's that?
That's fine.
Yeah.
I can still hear it, but yeah, I mean, that was the only reason I did it, is just to see where the superintendent's at, how bad he is. I mean, obviously, it wasn't terrible. Now, you guys were in jail, so I guess some of you got touched or arm squeezed.
I think all three of us did. All three of the girls did when we were up there.
So, I mean, I don't think he's a terrible entity. I think he just thinks he's in charge.
Right.
I don't think he's evil. But it said we can go back again. It could be a totally different scenario.
He'll be waiting for you.
He'll be waiting for you.
Now I know that I'll go in there and tell him I'm taking his job. I'd be scared as shit, but I'll tell her.
Yeah, Sarah will flex and run the other way.
This is my job. You can't beat me in a foot race.
Yeah, so.
No, they'll just tear your leg
Yeah.
again.
My other calf muscle, yeah.
So, I mean, the one thing we did have is my daughter Tegan, and Erin can probably dig into deeper this, is we were outside, and she came out, and she was kind of, I don't want to say, she was a little teary-eyed.
Yeah.
She said she's feeling a lot of stuff, like emotions and sadness, and, you know, I try to explain to her that you're not, nothing's attached to you, you're just, this was a poorhouse. This is, when they had kids, the kids stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So you're feeling those emotions.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a bad thing. And I'm a big believer in that, but I don't think anything's attached to her.
No.
It's just she's picking up on emotions.
I think a lot of it too with her age. She's just at that age that she is.
She's feeling her own.
Well, she's also a child, but at the same time, she's very adult. So it's that veil, if you will, that they talk about. I really feel that at her age and what she sees and what she, you know, does while she's in there, she's going to get a lot of the energy attached towards her, not necessarily attached to her, but towards her, and she's going to feel it more than the rest of us, truthfully.
I do find it interesting, and you see it on a lot of other things, is when you're feeling, and Lane had that with her back.
Yeah.
You know, so when you're feeling sadness or aggression or whatever you're feeling getting attached to, as soon as you leave that area, it goes away.
It goes, yeah.
And it's hard to get rid of because it's an emotional thing. And she did a good job. She went back in there.
Yeah. She's an empath. I'm an empath. She is the type of person, she can feel the emotion. She may not outwardly state it or show it like, you know, like I do. I mean, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. She's an empath. She's going to be the person that's going to also pick up, I think, more so on the energy around her, on the, you know, the sadness, especially with the people that had died there, you know, everything that those people went through. What they say, there was 1,500 bodies buried
They
on the
know
ground?
1,500. Their thing is around 2,500.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, it is a cool area. If you're down there, check it out. I would. I mean, we'll probably go back there at some time.
I would like to again.
I mean, obviously, Madison's kind of our hometown, and we will be doing Madison again this week.
Yep. Woohoo!
Sarah would not be.
Thanks.
She has prior engagements.
Ooh.
But we will be back there again after that, and Sarah will be with us because she
Absolutely.
has some stuff to take care of there in the
Sure
third
do.
floor.
She's integral to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody has their thing that they're there for and how they look at things and what they, you know, pick up on, what kind of energy they bring into the group too. And I'm glad that we have the diversity that we have in our group is insane.
Yeah, we're a big mixture with our group, and I think that's what works.
Yeah.
And that's Fairfield County. Obviously, not much happened there. Cool place. Hopefully next time we get a lot more.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places. We went in blind. The guide was there. I told him we didn't want to walk around. I mean, he did take Sean.
Yeah.
His dad took Sean to a couple places. His dad told me about one or two places that I kept to myself. Those two places, nothing happened. But that's what we like to do, is go in blind.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to be influenced by outside stuff. Obviously, we watch shows that, you know, I watched Destination Fair 1 with Fairfield. Not even close.
No.
I mean, I don't know if that's for the show, but they were scared. And I was kind of hoping to feel that way. But we didn't. So we'll go on to the next one.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself, because I was scared as shit. It just wasn't as bad as Madison.
Sarah goes unscared before she gets there, which is good. We need that.
It's that healthy respect she has.
Yeah. Usually like her and Lane. Erin's getting a little better.
Yeah.
They freak themselves out before we start.
Oh, yeah. I do. You do.
No, you guys ask questions, and it freaks me out. I have no problem walking through these buildings. When you start asking people who's here with us, and then someone starts knocking on a wall, and that, yeah, I get a little scared. I think that's normal, though.
It is. Normal reaction when you ask something and you hear something that's not supposed to be there.
It's that
But
unknown.
They are supposed to be there. It's their place. We're
Mhm.
just guests.
Yeah, it's ours now.
So you're listening to Trap Souls. Again, you can look us up on Nuclear Soul Seekers on Facebook, or you can get a hold of me or Aaron at trapsouls0@gmail.com. If you have any questions, input, positive, negative, we'll take it. Thank you for listening to Trap Souls.
Bye.